What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Scottie Pippen, no doubt, is one of my favorite players of the 90s. I remember watching Brother Scottie just do his thing. I had the Pippins, you know what I'm saying? I had all the stuff, man. Scottie was my favorite player in the NBA, all right? But as we know that sometimes, although you're an all-star on the court, picking women, you're a bench warmer. And one of the worst decisions that Scottie Pippen ever made was marrying Larsa Pippen, right? She has completely not only humiliated him, but his family. All right, his son is humiliated. She messing with Marcus Jordan now, Future. But the relationship that I want to talk about that's interesting was Malik Beasley. Now, why am I dealing with Malik Beasley, guys? Malik Beasley was, a guy that had some promise on the Timberwolves. He wasn't doing so well on the Denver Nuggets, but then he had a really good year in 2020 on the T-Wolves, then 2021. But as we know, Malik Beasley can't get out of his own goddamn way. He was getting into fights in Denver, one in which he got his ass really whooped at a hotel. But then he had, arrested for marijuana possession, concealing stolen property. He had a gun on him. He actually ended up serving 78 days of 120 jail sentence. And of course, he ended up getting shipped to Utah with the Rudy Gobert trade, right? But while all this was going on, remember, Scottie Pippen was dealing with the fact that Larsa Pippen was smashing Future, all right? And you know what? Let me play this particular clip, and it will sum it all up.
She revealed that it's hard to date after her divorce with Scottie Pippen. It's kind of hard. I thought it was going to be easier, to be honest with you. Scottie has a new 25-year-old younger version of Larsa. So now she wants her old thing back. She made her bed, so she got lay in it. She thought the grass was greener. She had this man down bad. So down bad that he started losing his mind. This man tried to turn into Future. He tried to turn into a hot boy himself. A lot of times women have a hard time differentiating attention from men who want to just sleep with them versus a guy who actually wants to build a family and commit to them. And they don't come to the realization until they throw it all away. You went from being a wife to a Hall of Fame NBA legend to being a Tatiana that was pumped and dumped by Future, by Malik Beasley, starting an OnlyFans account. In the words of Future, to the streets shall she go, to the streets shall she return, to the streets shall she remain. Once for the streets, always for the streets.
So as you see, Brother Scottie was trying to get his swerve back on, trying to even be like Future. And then what ended up happening was she had the momentum at first. Okay, she did. Had no momentum at first. Then Future dumped her. Got with Malik Beasley. He was immature. He went back to his baby mama or something like that. And then one day, Scottie Pippen allegedly calls her. All right. And he says something to the effect, this is what you get for dealing with these losers. All right. That's what you get. Now, this was after, right before actually, that she had mentioned, you know what? I messed up. Scottie, I can't get a man that's 6'7" and has everything. I can't get a man that's doing what I'm doing, like Scottie. And he told her, keep dealing with these losers. Malik Beasley is a loser. In other words, you deserve it. And all the time we thought Scottie was tripping off her. We thought Scottie was mad. And I know that Scottie said it. The reason why, because Scottie used to talk about players in the NBA like this. He would call Charles Barkley a fat. He said that Larry Johnson wasn't just garbage. He can't play. So that Scottie thinking, and Malik Beasley, I know Scottie think Malik Beasley is trash. And then a trash person. So he told her, hey, listen, as a 6-time world champion, you keep talking to these losers. I'm fine. And let me tell you something, guys. Some of you are going through the heartache, and I'm going to tell you what it is. your wife or your ex-girlfriend has moved on. And I'm gonna tell you, whenever your wife or ex-girlfriend moves on, the next guy always seems better. The reason why he seems better is because you no longer have access to her. So whatever dude she's dealing with, she's not gonna tell you the guy is dusty. She's not gonna tell you the guy is doing bad. He's always gonna seem better because he's new. But as the old folk used to say, Bobby Blue Bland used to say, further on up the road. Further on up the road, guys, you'll be able to find out one important thing. What is that, O'Shea? Losers attract losers. It's something you can't get away from. No matter how hard people try, losers attract losers. You don't have to even believe I'm telling the truth. Like my grandma keeps saying, keep on living. But there's something else that guys got to be accountable for. If she's a loser, why you with her? And that's the honest part of it. If she's a loser, how did you get with her? How? How did you get with her? How did it happen? Because you got to know how it happened so you don't make the same mistake again. And so many guys don't want to deal with that. She's a loser. You know it. Yes, you do. Right? How did you get there? How'd you get there, family? Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to deal with it? Because that way you don't make it over again. What guys are doing in these streets, and I'm seeing it too much. Brothers are out here calling these women losers. And then here's what I see brothers doing. Going back, dealing with her again. Going back, dealing with her again. Going back, dealing with her again. Dealing with the same woman in different forms. And all the time is women's fault. Listen, man, when you, especially for you brothers who worked hard to get someplace in your life, how do you come back? Listen to what I'm saying. How do you ever fix your mouth and fix your reality to the point where you are coming back to somebody who attracts losers when you work so hard in your life? If you've worked so hard in your life to get someplace, one thing that you better not do is be attracting losers. And if you are, you better think about it. Better think about why you got losers. Think about it. Think about it. Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. Stop lying to yourself. And what Scottie said is, you know what? She's a loser. She's dealing with losers. But you know what? The next woman, maybe I need to have some class for myself. Maybe I need to do it. And that's how guys ultimately get better. Okay, yeah, you know what? She didn't have no standards and everything like that. Guess what? The next woman from mine is going to have standards. And too many guys start hating women instead of hating your standards. Hate the standards that you're dealing with. Brothers want to get mad at women. Get mad at the standards you're dealing with. Yeah, you can have some modern issues with women. I get that. But start dealing with what we're dealing with here. And then once we get there, things can get better. Because I'm telling you, once you have enough confidence in yourself, you have enough money, you have enough, all of these things, you ain't got to deal with the issues that brothers is going through. You ain't got to deal with it no more. You don't have to. So why deal with it? If you don't have to, don't deal with it. You can avoid a lot of different ladies in your life by not dealing with them. It's a true story, guys. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity John. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.